Hello gamers, it's Tom Sidener, the Lonely Gamer, and today we are going to take a look at the Ashes expansions, the Deluxe expansions that just came out at Gen Con 2017. These should be hitting retail anytime soon. The expansion that we're going to look at in this video is the Song of Soaksend. And this artwork that's on this expansion is done by a lady by the name of Fernanda Suarez, and the artwork is absolutely beautiful on these cards. I love her artwork. I've actually been to her website. I'll actually put a link to our art website into this show notes of this video, and you can go take a look at her artwork. It's just absolutely beautiful artwork. Anyway, let's get into it and let's see what's in this expansion. So first of all, inside this outer casing is an actual deck box that you can use with the game. The deck box is absolutely beautiful. This is the black one. There's also another one that we're going to talk about in another video that's a white one, but this is the black one, and I absolutely love the way this deck box looks. It's beautiful. It's got the Ashes logo on it with a little bit of color splashed in there, but for the most part it's black and white. It's really nice. Inside this deck box, you've got the dice, a place to hold the dice. You've got a place to hold tokens inside this deck box, and then you have a place to hold your deck, your primary deck, and your Conjurations right here. This is really, really nice. I can actually take this, pack it up, take it to my son's house, put my favorite deck in here, and play it when I get there. Protects my cards, protects my dice. Now this expansion, like the other one, actually comes with some new dice. I'm going to take a few dice out of here just so you can see. These are the new dice, and these are the actual faces of the dice. These 6 dice here represent the faces that are available on the dice. So 3 of the faces are these musical notes, which are the mid-tier dice. We've got 2 faces that are the common dice, which is the standard common Ashes symbol. And then we have 1 face which has the horse symbol on it, and that is the top tier dice on the dice. And so this is the different dice, and this is the number of faces that are on the dice. Okay, so now that we've seen the new dice, let's take a look at the new cards. First of all, I'm going to show you the Conjurations that come in this set. There are 2 Conjurations in this set. There's the Squall Stallion, and you get 5 of those in the set. And there's what that looks like. Beautiful artwork on it. It's got attack 1, life 3, recover 0, and it's opportunist 2. So when you draw 1 or more cards during a player's turn, add 2 to this unit's attack value for the remainder of that turn. We also have 2 Salamander Monks. It has an attack 1, life 1, recover 0. It has spirit form. It says when this unit is destroyed, place a Salamander Monk Spirit Conjuration onto your battlefield. And so to go along with that, we have the Salamander Monk Spirit. We have 3 of those. They have an attack 1, life 1, recover 0, and they are transparent. This unit cannot block or be chosen as a target of an attack. So those are your 3 Conjurations that come in this expansion. So let's go ahead and let's look at the Phoenixborn for this expansion. So the Phoenixborn for this expansion is naming Heimtide, and she has a battlefield of 6 and a spell board of 4. She has a life of 17. Her special ability is Calling Melody. That costs an exhaustion, side action, and a dice with the notes symbol on it, and you can draw 1 card. You may place 1 exhaustion token on this card and 1 exhaustion token on a target Phoenixborn. So you can exhaust another Phoenixborn, but it actually takes you out 2 rounds because you have to exhaust this to play that, and then you have to exhaust this for the text. So that's her special ability. This is her dice card that comes with it. And she has a side action on this dice card. This dice card is called Sympathetic Magic. The side action requires 1 horse face, which is the top level face, and it says draw 1 card, then place 1 card from your hand on the top or bottom of your draw pile. So that's what her dice lets you do. So let's go ahead and look at our summoning spells for this expansion. The first summoning spell, we have 3 of them. That's Summon the Salamander Monk, To play this, it costs a full action. To invoke it, it costs a full action, an exhaustion, 1 mid-tier dice, which is the magical notes, and it says place a Salamander Monk Conjuration onto your battlefield. We also have 3 of the Summon Squall Stallions. That costs a full action and a top tier dice to actually play it to your spell board. And then when you want to conjure it, you have to spend a full action, an exhaustion, 1 mid-tier dice, which is the musical note, and 1 common dice. And that says draw 1 card, place a Squall Stallion Conjuration onto your battlefield. So not only do you get to place a Squall Stallion onto the battlefield, you also get to draw a card. Let's take a look at the other spellboard spells that come in this set. First we have 3 copies of Magic Siphon. Magic Siphon costs a full action and a mid-tier dice to put it into your spellboard. And then to conjure it, it costs a side action and an exhaustion. And it says change 1 dice in your active pool to the side of your choice. Change 1 dice in a target player's active pool to a side of your choice. So this not only lets you change one of your dice, it also lets you change an opponent's dice as well. We also get 3 Guilt Link cards. That costs a full action and a mid-tier dice in order to put it into your spell board. And it says when your Phoenixborn receives 1 or more damage, you may place 1 exhaustion token on this spell to place 1 wound token on a target unit or Phoenixborn. The player that controls the targeted unit or Phoenixborn may discard 1 ready spell they control or 1 unit they control to prevent that wound token from being placed. So when you take damage, you can damage the other person unless they get rid of a readied spell or a unit. So those are the 2 other spellboard spells that you get in this expansion. Now let's look at the action spells that come in this expansion, and there's only 1 of them, and that is Encore. This card will go to your discard pile once played. It costs a full action in order to play it, and it says search your discard pile for a card other than Encore and place it on the top or bottom of your draw pile, and then draw 1 card. So this actually lets you get a card from your discard pile if you would like. It doesn't allow you to get this card because it doesn't want you to keep cycling those through. Then we've got a couple reaction spells that come in this set. The first one is Crescendo. This goes to your discard pile once played. It costs 1 mid-tier dice and requires you to discard 1 card in order to play it. And it says you may play this spell after you have declared attackers. Deal 1 damage to a target unit you control to deal 3 damage to a target unit. So you can damage your unit as well as their unit. We also have 3 copies of Shatter Pulse. This card goes to your discard once played. It costs 2 mid-tier dice, 1 common dice. You may play this spell after a unit you control is destroyed. Destroy a target unit. You may change 2 dice in a target player's active pool to a side of your choice. So you can destroy one of their characters, and you can mess up their plans by changing one of their dice to whatever you want. Now let's take a look at the allies that come in this set. So the first allied is the River Scold. You get 3 copies of him, and he costs a full action, a top tier dice, a mid tier dice, and a common dice in order to play him. He gets played to the battlefield. He has an attack of 3, a life of 3, and a recover of 2. He also has the ability Harsh Melody. When you draw 1 or more cards during your turn, you may place 1 exhaustion token on this unit to place a number of wound tokens equal to this unit's attack value on a target unit. So that's pretty nice. So anytime you draw a card, you can exhaust this guy and do 3 or more attack depending on whether or not you bulked him up or not. We also have 3 copies of the Flute Mage. He is also an ally that goes to your battlefield. He costs a full action, a mid-tier dice, and a common dice to play him. He has attack of 1, life of 2, recover 1, and he has the special ability Enliven, which is a side action and requires an exhaustion, and it says remove 1 exhaustion token from a target unit. So you could use these guys in combination to exhaust this guy and then use this guy to unexhaust this guy. So that's kind of a nice little combo there. And the last ally that we have are 3 copies of the String Mage. She gets played to the battlefield. To play her, she costs a full action, a top tier dice, a mid tier dice. She has attack of 1, life of 3, and recover 2. She has the special ability Exchange Link, which is a side action, and it says move 1 wound or status token from a target unit onto this unit, or move 1 wound or status token from this unit onto a target unit. So this one lets you move status tokens and wound tokens around between it and some other unit. And that's it. So that's the cards that you get in the Ashes Deluxe Expansion Song of the Soaksend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to play this expansion. And until I see you guys again, happy gaming.